Oh, my beautifully chaotic audience. Tonight we're ripping open the curtain on a dark, tantalizing secret. There are people out there, yes, people who would give anything to erase you from their flawless little world. They wish you would disappear, dissolve like mist. They want your voice silenced, your presence erased, your name forgotten. But here's the delicious irony: while they crave your absence, you're all they can think about. You haunt their thoughts. You are the fire that refuses to be extinguished, burning them from the inside out. You're the nagging itch they can't scratch, the unwanted thought that stalks them even in their sleep. And it's magnificent, isn't it? To be both their curse and their obsession. They thought they had won when they turned their backs, when they whispered behind your back, when they threw their cheap shots, thinking that would be enough to break you. But you have become the shadow they cannot shake, the echo they cannot silence. They believed you would fade away, but instead you've carved your presence into their very souls. You are unforgettable, a relentless force they can't ignore. And here's the truth they loathe the most: watching you thrive. Seeing you stand tall, unapologetically alive, infuriates them. Every move you make, every confident breath, is a knife twisting in their gut. They don't understand you, they never did, but they can't look away. They watch you from the shadows, unable to tear their gaze from your relentless rise. They can't bear to see you succeed, yet they can't help but witness it all. You have something they will never possess: freedom. You've shed their expectations, their rules, their petty limitations. You walk a path they wouldn't dare dream of, and that is what terrifies them the most. Your freedom is a living, breathing challenge to the prisons they've locked themselves in. You are the rebellion they were too afraid to be, the voice they suffocated inside themselves. In their twisted minds, they believe if you cease to exist, they could forget how small they feel when they measure themselves against your light. But here's the punchline: they can't escape you. You live in their heads, rent-free. You're the thorn in their side, the ghost they can't exorcise, the undeniable truth they try to bury but find staring back at them every time they look in the mirror. You're everything they wish they could be, and it burns them down to the core. They pretend to hate you. They call you a mistake, a crack in their perfect world. But if you look closely, you'll see the truth: a flicker of envy behind those eyes. Deep down, they crave the freedom you've embraced, but they are too terrified, too weak, too entangled in their own lies to break free. So what do? They despise you, they obsess over you. They fixate on your every move, hoping, waiting, praying for your downfall. Your success is a mirror that exposes their own failures, and every victory of yours tightens the noose around their fragile egos. And the best part, you don't even need to lift a finger. They handed you power, absolute, undeniable power, by making you their obsession. You've become the center of their world, the force they cannot resist. Their hatred only fuels your fire, and their envy only adds to your strength. So keep living, keep climbing, keep pushing forward. Let them stare, let them see, let them be consumed by their own bitterness. While they're stuck, trapped in their own misery, you're already leagues ahead, laughing, growing, unstoppable. Let them drown in their own envy, choke on their resentment, because you are the living, breathing testament to everything they will never be. And as long as you continue to rise, to soar, they'll remain shackled in their own self-made prison, with you as the ghost that haunts them. Remember this: you hold the power. You are the one they can't erase, the storm they can't outrun, the fire they can't extinguish. So let them dream, let them hate, let them plan. It only makes your victory sweeter. Because while they're desperately trying to wipe you from their world, you're out there making your mark, bold, fearless, unbreakable. That, my friends, is a triumph greater than any applause. So go on. Live like the legend you are. Let their jealousy simmer, let their anger burn, and let their hate fuel the fire that lights your path to greatness. You are the force they can't tame, the wild spirit they can't contain, and that is why they will never, ever forget you. And here's the secret they can't swallow: the more they hate, the stronger you become. Every spiteful glance, every bitter word, every cold shoulder, they're like gasoline poured on your fire. They don't realize that every insult they throw is a gift to you. Every doubt they cast is fuel that pushes you further. You don't just survive their pettiness, you thrive on it. What they hoped would break you has only made you more relentless, more determined. And oh, how it terrifies them. To see you rising not in spite of their hatred, but because of it. It eats away at them, knowing they are powerless to stop you. They thought they could tear you down, but they don't understand that you are a storm that cannot be contained, a force of nature that won't be silenced. Your existence is their greatest fear come to life. You're proof that they were wrong, that they underestimated the very thing they should have feared most: your spirit, your courage, your unbreakable will. And as you walk this path, you're not just defying them, you're shattering the limits they thought were unbreakable. You are the living defiance of everything they believed in, and it is beautiful. They'll continue to watch, lurking in the shadows, hoping for a crack, a stumble, a fall. They'll wait for the moment you falter so they can pounce. But here's the brutal truth: they'll die waiting. Because you don't just get knocked down and stay there. No. You rise again and again. You're not just playing the game, they don't realize that you're rewriting the rules as you go. The same walls they tried to trap you with have become your stepping stones to greatness. And they can't bear it. They can't stand to see you break free, because in your freedom lies their captivity. The more they chase you, the more they realize they'll never catch up. The harder they try to suppress you, the higher you soar. You are the nightmare they never wake up from, the untamed force they'll never contain. It's not that they're obsessed with you, it's that they're haunted by what you represent: a world they'll never be brave enough to embrace, a strength they'll never possess, a life they'll never have the courage to live. Your defiance, your resilience, your relentless drive, it's a mirror reflecting everything they hate about themselves. They tell themselves you don't matter, that they're above you. But the truth, you're all they talk about, all they think about. Because your victories, your moments of triumph, are a constant reminder of what they'll never achieve. So let them despise you. Let them drown in their denial. Let them cling to their lies, because every step you take is another nail in the coffin of their delusions. You're not just succeeding, you're thriving in a way they can't comprehend. So keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing boundaries they thought were untouchable. Let them whisper in the shadows, let them throw stones from the sidelines, let them envy from afar, because every time they try to pull you down, you rise even higher. You are untouchable, unstoppable, unconquerable. Their hatred is nothing but the wind at your back, pushing you to even greater heights. Let their smallness be the contrast that highlights your greatness. Let their bitterness be the echo that makes your voice ring louder. Let their doubts crumble under the weight of your victories. You are a legend in the making, and they are mere spectators to your rise. They can't control you, they can't silence you, they can't erase you, because you are everything they wish they could be. And it terrifies them to their core. You don't just live in their heads, you own their fears, their envy, their insecurities. And you know what? That's your ultimate power. You don't need their approval, their acceptance, or even their recognition. Because while they're wasting their time wishing you would fall, you're busy making history. This is your stage, your time, your life. Keep shining, keep growing, keep winning. Be the unstoppable force that they'll never forget. And remember, the world belongs to those who dare to be everything others fear to become. You are that person. You are that power. You are the legend they'll never escape, and your name, your impact, will echo long after they've faded into the background. So go on, write your story, paint your victory, and let them watch from the sidelines as you soar, because nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop the force of a soul that refuses to be broken. They don't realize it yet, but every single one of their whispers, every pointed stare, every snide remark, it all adds weight to your story. They are unwittingly becoming characters in the saga of your success. With every ounce of venom they spew, they're only strengthening the very legend they wish would disappear. They thought they were silencing you, when in reality they were amplifying your roar. They can't understand why you refuse to fade. They don't get why you keep standing, why you keep rising, why you continue to shine so bright it blinds them. And that, right there, is what they fear most: the power they cannot control, the spirit they cannot crush. They won't admit it, but they need you. Your very existence gives their empty battles purpose, their hollow words a target. You're the light they claim to hate, but it's the only thing that breaks through their darkness. Without you, their lives would return to a monotony they can't bear to face. They use you as their excuse, their scapegoat, their obsession. They're addicted to the idea of you, not because they despise you, but because deep down they wish they had your courage, your ability to take the hits, to endure the storms, and to come out on the other side stronger, fiercer, and more alive than ever. So let them continue their futile attempts to tear you down. Let them throw their stones and hide their hands, because you are unshakable. The more they try to bring you down, the more they will elevate you. Your resilience is the anthem they can't drown out, the truth they can't distort, the strength they can't deny. You are living proof that no matter how hard they try, no matter how many obstacles they put in your way, you will find a way to rise. Their anger, their bitterness, their relentless obsession, it's proof that you're a force that cannot be ignored. You're a living, breathing reminder that they failed. They couldn't break you. They couldn't make you disappear. And that eats away at them, gnawing at their pride, shaking their sense of control. You are the disruption they can't silence, the change they can't prevent, the evolution they can't stop. Every time you rise, you shatter the illusions they've desperately clung to. Your existence is an act of defiance, a rebellion against everything they believed they could control. And here's the greatest irony of all: the more they resist you, the more they expose themselves. They reveal their own insecurities, their own fears, their own limitations. They're not strong enough to face what you face. They're not bold enough to walk the path you've chosen. They're not brave enough to be unapologetically, completely themselves. And that is why they focus so much on you. It's easier for them to hate you than to face the truth about themselves. Let them hate. Let them scream. Let them lie to themselves and everyone around them. Because you don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. You don't even need their acceptance. You are a force of nature, a hurricane of willpower, a relentless wave that breaks down every wall they put in front of you. And they know, deep down, that they cannot stop you. You have already won the moment you refused to bow. The moment you decided to live on your terms, to breathe without their permission, to fight for your destiny that was your victory. Everything else is just the aftermath of that decision. They can't stand to see you unbroken, because it reminds them of their own chains. Your freedom is a mirror, reflecting the cages they willingly stepped into, the walls they built around themselves. And as you break through barrier after barrier, you expose just how small those cages truly are. So don't look back. Don't give them the satisfaction of a glance. Keep your eyes forward, locked onto the horizon that they'll never reach. Let their words fade into the background noise. Let their attempts to hold you down crumble under the weight of your progress. You have places to go, dreams to fulfill, victories to claim. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, and every second you continue to rise, you are proving them wrong. Remember, your story isn't over. They are not the writers of your destiny. You are. So take every word they hurl, every insult they craft, every sneer they wear, and turn it into your fire. Turn it into fuel for the journey ahead. Let them watch as you defy their limits, break their expectations, and shatter every label they tried to pin on you. You are not who they say you are. You are more. You are greater. You are the embodiment of everything they fear, and you will not be stopped. Keep rising. Keep defying. Keep becoming. They'll never know the power that lies in being unapologetically, unashamedly, unbreakably you. And that, more than anything, is why they'll never stop thinking about you. Because you are the story they can't rewrite, the spirit they can't tame, the truth they can't deny. Go out there, live boldly, love fiercely, and rise so high that they can't even see the top of your victory. Even when they strain their eyes to the heavens, you were never meant to be hidden. You were born to shine, to blaze a trail they'll never dare to walk. Let your story be the one that echoes long after they are gone, the legend that stands as proof that no force, no hatred, no barrier can ever hold back a soul that was born to fly. You are unstoppable. You are undeniable. You are unforgettable. Keep pushing, keep fighting, and let your presence be the storm they'll never escape.